RMJ Movie Reviews back again with a on-the-fly movie review. Getting ready to be the first week of January of Fences, directed by Denzel Washington, starring him and Viola Davis and a whole bunch of other fantastic actors. Wow, Fences. I'd seen the trailers for this like about a month or so, or 2 months or whatever before the film came out. I've never actually seen the stage play before, but I'm very familiar with it. Of course, I've seen the clips on YouTube of James Earl Jones. He performed it back in the day, and then I've seen little clips of Denzel performing the play too. Plays. I don't particularly like to watch plays like filmed. That just doesn't do it for me. I'd much rather see it live in person. But the film was very well done. It was you ride a tricky balance. You ride a very tricky balance when you're dealing with taking stage plays and putting them on film. In this case, Denzel and the other people who translated this from stage to film, they didn't, at least from what I could tell, it was close to what it was, and they didn't. And as far as the way it was filmed exactly like a stage play. So essentially, what this is a play put to film. There's not really too many locations, not too many kind of film-esque kind of things like push-ins and close-ups and all that kind of stuff, and a lot of cuts to really accentuate moments and all of that. It's very much the camera sits there and it watch. Very little music. There's little tiny musical cues here and there, but it was fantastic. It was very well done in it being translated from stage to film. Everybody is on all cylinders here. Denzel, of course, we know Denzel. He always brings it. Viola Davis, she always brings it. Just the entire cast is great. The one person who, at least for me, has stood out, which I haven't seen in my particular personal opinion, I don't think I've seen do a very genuine, fantastic performance in a long time, was Michael T. Williams. He was just, really he's doing kind of an extension of some of his work that he did in Forrest Gump. But he did a fantastic job in this movie. That's a tricky role to play when you kind of play mentally challenged people. I mean, you could see that old movie from the 90s with Juliette Lewis and Giovanna Ribisi, where kind of that, you ride that tricky balance when you have actors who aren't mentally challenged actually playing that. And that's a difficult line to play. It could sometimes come off hammy and cheesy. But Michael T. Williams, that's some really fantastic work that I haven't seen from him in a very long time. Very well done. Denzel does a very good job with the directing. I'm not sure if Denzel took a shot at actually directing it on stage. I don't know about that. But as far as the film is concerned, it was fantastic. It was emotionally draining. It was very emotionally draining. We kind of see where kind of Tyler Perry has got a lot of his inspirations for some of his films and some of his plays that he's done. It was just emotionally draining. I can personally say this is something that I probably wouldn't watch again. It's entirely too heavy. And I know sometimes, I'm kind of going on a tangent a little bit, digressing a little bit like I always do. But, sometimes you can see, some gritty cop drama or whatever, or something like Seven. Or, just something that really uses grimness in the cinematography and really actors who are really doing gross things on film to really make it feel heavy. This here is just raw, naked emotion, and it's heavy. This film represents the true essence of emotionally dysfunctional people. and how dysfunction is kind of, you kind of saw stuff like that in The Color Purple, how it's handed down from generation to generation. It's very sad. It's just very sad. And also what I like too from Denzel is, the last one he did, The Magnificent Seven or whatever, but what I really liked here is that Denzel kind of was really drawing back on some of his earlier work, like Glory, Cry Freedom, Philadelphia, just those, even The Mighty Quinn, which y'all might not remember that one. I love The Mighty Quinn. Robert Townsend was in that one. Mimi Rogers. But really going back to his hardcore dramatic roots. Last time that I remember seeing Denzel did that was in Flight. Another fantastic one he did. But Denzel, and another thing about Denzel is, yeah, Denzel can play the nice guy, but when Denzel turns it on, he can be scary. He can be very scary, and very much here. I just know from seeing, things personally, seeing drunk people in real life, and he really represents that scary, dysfunctional, drunk father type, and this is really how those guys are. They're bullies, they're selfish, they got low self-esteem. They pretty much, they're like a cancer in the family, and it's just like a deep, dark, emotional cancer, and it spreads and infects everybody. Selfish, self-loathing. It's a very heavy performance, and Viola Davis plays the victim wife role. It's just heavy. I can flat out tell y'all, this will probably be the only time I'll ever see this film. If I go back to watch it again, I can't sit through this thing all the way. It's just it's too heavy. But it was fantastic. It's about as close to real life dysfunction that you could ever get. This is unfortunately some people's lives. So if anybody's brave enough to take the trip, it ain't gonna be fun, but if you really want some performances that are just really will stick to your soul, go check out Fences. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video, and leave comments down below about Fences, all the actors' performances, and the play or the film, and the comparison, whatever. RMJ Movie Reviews, I will see you all soon.